Hi, Michelle here from StrawBearie.com, and today I'm going to show you how I took an old swing that looked like this and turned it into this cute macrame bohemian swing. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my friend Diana, who was getting rid of the old swing, and I kept it for a year and a half, 2 years as it was until it started to get dangerous and it started to rip and there was a hole in it. And I looked for cushions, I looked for covers on Amazon and on the internet, and I really wasn't finding anything. And the fact of the matter is the area that attaches to the bars was like permanently seamed there, sealed, and you couldn't just replace that. Unless you like sewed into the swing or something with some new fabric. So I didn't want to throw it out. I thought it had a good base, and so I had the idea to use the macrame. So the first thing I did was I removed all of the old stuff, just ripped it out and cut it out when I needed to. And then I got my macrame yarn, and at first it took me a while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. And there was a lot of trial and error. Try something, worked, didn't work, try it again. So what I ended up doing is I started on the bottom and the top, and I wrapped it 2 times around the bottom, and then I wrapped it 2 times around the top. And then I came down and wrapped it 2 times around the bottom, 2 times around the top. And I just kept going on and on in that pattern all the way across the swing. But I did run out of macrame rope before I got all the way across the swing, so I had to order more. Please excuse the length of my grass in this video. I live in a dry climate in Texas, and it has rained all summer long. I mean, it never does this. Usually by August, which it is now, everything's completely dead and brown. There's no grass anywhere unless you can afford to use your sprinkler system all the time. And it has been raining all throughout June, all throughout July, even here in August, we've been having rain. And today it may rain again. Crazy weather, and it's making our grass grow crazy fast. So sorry about that. So you can see 2 strands at the bottom, 2 strands at the top. 2 strands at the bottom, 2 strands at the top. Just keeps going the whole way across the swing. So that was step 1. Once I got all the way across the swing, it was sturdy and I could sit on it and it could work, but I wanted to give it just a little bit more stability and a little bit of a better look. So that's when I decided to do the strings that go across from side to side. And I started with the bottom. And this again was a lot of trial and error. So I tied on the first bottom rope, and I doubled it and weaved it in and out. And then when I got to the other side, I tried to come back the other way. So once I got to the top, I kind of figured out how to do this and make it look a lot neater. It doesn't look very neat on the bottom over here, but it looks a little bit better on the back piece. Again, the trial and error. Last time I was figuring out the weaving and it turned out very messy down here. And then I realized that there would be a way to do it without all my mess towards the end. So let's see if we can try to figure that out first thing here. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie my rope on. I'm just using a square knot to do so. Okay, then I'm gonna take a length of rope as long as my swing, and I'm gonna go through every other one of the top ones, and I'm doing 2 ropes at a time, starting like about 1 inch from the bottom here. And you will find every once in a while that you might have made a mistake before. I'm not selling this. I'm obviously not a professional. I'm just doing the best that I can So we'll call it good. I'm not gonna worry too much. Someone's gonna really have to look, that's okay, to figure out where all I made the mistakes. And if they're looking that closely at my furniture, then maybe I need other people to come visit me. Ooh, mosquitoes already. I think I might need to go grab some bug spray. Under, over. Doing it this way with the loop right here and doing 2 strands at a time is super helpful. Looks really nice and makes it much easier in weaving. Now that I'm to the end, I think what I need to do is the side that's tied on, I need to make sure that that side is tight. There we go. That one. And then this other side, I'm gonna pull a little. Okay, until I have enough to tie on. I'm just gonna tie this end right here. A little tiny bit more so I can get that knot good. There we go. Then over here, I loop that around. I get enough length to go across my swing, and I start weaving again. Outdoor furniture. Tell me, what do you like in outdoor furniture? In the comments. Do you like just cheap plastic chairs? Do you like the bag chairs? Do you like the old-fashioned lawn chairs? Do you like the how do you say that? Adirondack? You know, the big wood fancy chairs? Do you like the couches with the cushions? What kind of outdoor furniture do you like? Put it in the comments below. Step 2 was putting in the cross pieces, and I was kind of tired of doing them. They do move a little bit. Tried to evenly space them, but you know, whatever. So what you do, you start on this end and you make your string go through doubled, weaving it all the way to this end, and then you tie that there. The other end of that string goes up to the next one. And yes, there's a little twist there, but you know, I'm not selling this. There we go. This is for my personal benefit, so I'm good with that. Okay, we are actually done, except I just want to pretty this up. At this point, the swing was perfectly functional, but it could bunch up a little bit, because remember, I did 2 strands, skipped 2 strands basically when I did the 2 strands at the top, then did 2 strands at the bottom. And so I went through and I just did 2 strands between the 2 strands on the bottom all the way across this front edge, and then I did the same thing at the top. I did 2 strands in between each of the 2 strands, just wrapping them around the pipe. They serve no function other than decoration, and this is my end result. I think it's beautiful. I think it turned out so pretty and so nice, and I am so excited to have this. And then the last step, I'll show you right here at the bottom. I just wrapped 2 strands in between the 2 each time there was a gap. And I did the same at the top. 2 strands in between each of the 2 strands that go around. I'll show you what the back looks like. The back just looks straight across, so it's also what the bottom would look like. And anytime you run out of macrame rope, just tie a new one on like that. And it's gotten a little dirty, but it still, I think, looks good. Overall, I love my swing. I love the way it turned out. It is actually very comfortable to sit on. It feels very, very secure, much cheaper than just replacing it and buying like a wood swing or something, and very happy with the end results. But I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of work and a lot of time. I had to buy more macrame rope. I came out here many different days. It would get hot, I would get sunburned, just the repetitive motion. I will say though that I think that it got a lot easier as I went along, and if I were to do this type of thing all the time, it wouldn't be that bad, but just doing one, yeah, kind of. But if you like the look of this and you don't have a swing, you could definitely do this with like an old lawn chair and take out the old strappings and do this type of thing. I liked the color of my metal bars already, but if you didn't like the color, you could paint it first and then maybe do it. The sun does help kind of whiten the macrame yarn. I did the first section, and when I came with the new spool of rope, it was slightly different color. It was a little bit more vanilla yellowish, and the stuff that was already there was white. But what I realized is the sun had already bleached the first part. So the sun does kind of bleach it a little bit. This project took me a long time. I finished it right before I took a month-long vacation in Mexico. And if you're interested in those adventures, please check out my travel channel called Paper Maps. I will have a link in the description below. When I came home from Mexico though, I decided I needed to film a new intro and outro to go with this video for the swing. And so here we are. By the way, this pillow I picked up at IKEA for just a couple of dollars recently, and I think it just kind of helps set things off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because that really helps out with the whole YouTube thing. And if you're new here, thanks for watching. I hope that you will consider subscribing and have an awesome super day. Toodles. Hey, did y'all see? My dog has a banana sticker on his head. I ate a banana this morning, and I don't have little kids to give the stickers to anymore, so I give them to my dogs. Yeah, he's got a banana sticker. Airplane. Birds are really loud too. Okay, all right, Scout. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't hit the tripod with your tail. And so I put. At this point, the swing was perfectly fine. Dogs are barking. Someone's walking their dog. At this point, the swing was perfect. Are we done? No. Ranger. Scout, hush. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please. Airplane.